Delta State, South Nigeria has remained a hub of economic activities and a hotbed for politicking in Nigeria. With a diverse population of over 4 million people, Delta State, like other community of states in Nigeria, has had her fair share of challenges, good governance inclusive. However, in recent years, the state has undergone significant transformation under the leadership of Governor Ifeanyi Okowa. Please stay with us on today's documentary as we take a closer look at the achievements of Governor Ifeanyi Okowa and the legacy he is bequeathing to Deltans as he bows out after 8 years in office. My name is Dum Kelechi Ifeanyi.
Smart Delta.
As the curtains come down on the current administration, the achievement of the Okowa-led government in Delta State has not only been outstanding, but quite legendary. Deltans have spoken, and that is, Governor Ifeanyi Okowa has surpassed the expectations of his harshest critics. Stakeholders say Governor Ifeanyi Okowa's track record in public service and leadership makes him a highly qualified candidate in any future ambition. Having served as a senator in the Nigerian National Assembly, he made a name for himself with the sponsorship of the National Health Act 2014. This act provides a framework for the regulation, development, and management of Nigeria's health system. This is without prejudice to many other bills he sponsored.
Senator Dr. Arthur Ifeanyi Okowa is a man who is interested in the welfare of the people. And of course, that act is like seeing that Nigerians live healthy, that whether you are rich or poor, access to affordable and quality health care service.
Governor Okowa has demonstrated a deep commitment to improving the lives of Deltans. His administration's policies and initiatives reflect this. One of the most notable aspects of his leadership is his commitment to transparency and accountability in government. This policy thrust has been a major talk power behind the Okowa-led administration, giving it the needed acceleration to deliver infrastructure with speed to where and when needed, so that Deltans today feel the impact of the dividends of democracy and good governance. To this extent, Deltans have witnessed the construction of several legacy projects in the state, such as the FRSE Training School, Professor Chike Adozian's Secretariat, Mechanic Village, Stephen Keshi Stadium, Court of Appeal Complex, Traditional Rulers Council Secretariat, NUJ Secretariat, Ogeye Floating Market, and many more.
Governor Okowa has done well in the area of infrastructure. Virtually all the 3 central districts of Delta State, he has clearly done much. But I want to say that Delta is blessed with Okowa. I can saw Okowa 100%.
Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa is actually a trailblazer. He's done exceptionally well. I'm a living testimony to that, and a whole vast number of persons in the state can testify to that across the 3 senatorial districts.
The recently commissioned Coca flyover and interchange has solved a major traffic headache experienced in Asaba. Before its construction and inauguration, the traffic gridlock and filth around the area was an anathema to the urban renewal agenda of the Okowa-led administration.
When we realized that this Coca junction would be quite problematic because of the dualized road and the level of traffic inflow, we decided that we needed this Coca flyover and the interchange. I want to appreciate the Ministry of Works of the Delta State government. I want to appreciate the contractors, CCE Nigeria Limited, and the consultants, and also the Federal Ministry of Works for giving us the permission.
What you have created here is actually a microeconomy here. You will find out soon that lots of businesses are going to open up around here. And many people will close work at the end of the day come here and rest for a long while. So it's going to have all sorts of effects on the economy of this town in particular.
We are happy for the new development. It's a very good thing to happen here. After the construction of this flyover, there is totally reduced of traffic. By this time last year, 1 hour you are still in a disco car. But now, 2 minutes, you are off.
Other new infrastructures such as the Miriam Babangida Leisure Park and Delta State Film Village and many others have made Delta the envy of many and the cynosure of attention across Nigeria.
This is the first time I'm coming here and I'm marveled, honestly. The construction is so distinct. It's not like other government projects they do and you see it's not of high quality. This is awesome. Do you know they even have a film studio here? They have the local side of it, they have a digital studio. There's a pool, it's like a lake, massive one, I'm a musician, I can come here to shoot my videos. Thank you, sir, America.
An effective road network, no doubt, hastens development in all facets of the economy. In the last 7.5 years, Governor Okowa's administration has recorded over 883 roads with a total mileage of 1,932.14 kilometers, including 908.8 kilometers of concrete line drains across the length and breadth of the 3 senatorial districts that make up the state. No wonder he is fondly called the Road Master.
Okowa, the Road Master! Okowa, the Road Master!
All the roads, they are wonderful. We concentrate on Delta North, Central and South. If you go to Riverine area, they've got roads. The day I went to Bomegbene, I saw the roads wonderful. I asked, they say it's Okowa that did it. So he touches everywhere. He's a man we should be proud of.
Seeing what Okowa have done, the street light, the road, beautifying everywhere. Okowa, thanking him is an understatement. When I see him passing with his convoy, I always stand here and commode cap for him because I love him so much.
Prior to Governor Okowa's administration, the socio-economic life of Deltans was at the mercy of perennial flooding, especially for those living in Asaba, the state capital, Warri and its environs, and other parts of the state. But with the construction of deep storm drainages, flooding and the resultant loss of property is halted.
First of all, he identified the problem of Asaba. He involved engineers that helped him do logistics. We used to have flood towards ShopRite. If you go there now, it's not there anymore because you have a big sewer. You can take a car. So when all the water coming from the smaller drainages, they enter into the sewer straight to River Niger. It takes a man that loves the people to spend that kind of money.
The man called Okowa is that guy that remember his people. There are people that will lead you and they will not think of you. I am from Bayelsa, but I'm working in Delta here. I find his administration to be a very good one because he remember to the home. If he doesn't remember these people in order to give them such drain, then the place will be flooded at all times.
In the aviation sector, with the upgrade and concessioning of Asaba International Airport by the Okowa-led government, Delta State has witnessed an influx of people and businesses, and the state will continue to reap dividends of these investments.
There has been an increase in passenger traffic in this airport. Businesses are usually best managed by the private sector, and we are looking forward to the very many promises we know that agreement has to deliver in services to the people of the state.
We want to offer the traveling public in Delta State and neighboring states an opportunity to go from here to many cities in Nigeria and eventually also outside Nigeria. We want to be the hub for the traveling public, not only for business travel, family travel, but also eventually for cargo. So this airport is only seeing the beginning of our expansion plan.
The educational sector has also benefited immensely from Governor Okowa's attention, with his administration building additional primary and secondary schools, taking the number from 1,114 and 483 to 1,140 and 489 respectively, and also established 3 new universities in the state.
Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, he has done marvelously well in terms of the educational institutions in Delta State, both the higher institutions, the secondary, and then the primary schools. There are a lot of projects that have been initiated by the governor. If you look around the whole of Delta State, you will see many projects that have taken place since he came on board.
The governor has really tried by, in fact, establishing 3 universities at the same time, state universities, to give our students, our children, enough opportunity. Instead of going to other states, Delta State should also develop itself.
Technical education has been a priority of this administration for its ability to train middle-level manpower. 19 new ones were promised in addition to the 6 older ones. With the completion and inauguration of one of the 19 new ones promised, this policy is well underway to fulfilling its purpose.
Go around the country, you may not see a technical college as organized like this. People even liken it to be a university. And some of the universities in the country are not even updated up to this level. And apart from the environment, the structures that are there, everything is cleared. We even went as far as having a solar powered light for the students so that they will be able to help them to have 24 hours light.
I'm a technical college product. And from then till this present period, there's no technical college as standard as this one in all ramifications. Is it the buildings? Is it the facilities? Is it the equipment? So this one is an exceptional technical college. Maybe that is why they say it's a model technical college. Any child that is opportune to be here and knows why he or she is here, at the end of the 3 years, don't need to look for a white-collar job.
Access to quality education for creek dwellers has been an age-long challenge for the state. Issues ranging from poor and dilapidated structures to inadequate staffing both in quality and quantity to lack of basic learning materials, etc., have plagued the educational system of riverine communities. Through the intervention of the state government, these inadequacies have been addressed and the story is now different. Several schools have been built and others revamped and fully equipped to meet modern-day realities.
Okowa is a man of knowledge who knows whatever his people needs. Like we in the Riverine area, he noticed that we around here, we don't have adequate schools and the rest. Based on his knowledge and interest of students, he thought of a good thing to give us schools that is very important for the life of children. I'm always excited whenever I come close to the school because everything about the school is excellent. The teachers here, they are very educated. The students, the school building, the structures, the chairs, everything. I can't even thank him enough for all the things he have done for us.
In healthcare delivery, investment in the health of the people in deep coastal communities has renewed hope for positive health output. Today, there are well-equipped healthcare centers scattered in most riverine communities in Delta. The icing on the cake for expectant women and children under 5 is the free medical services offered by the state's contributory health scheme.
My woman is definitely delivering everything, no money, nothing. So this clinic is a good clinic to this our community. The governor of Delta State is doing good.
Government do a center for us. So now they from the born. All the small children, if anybody where they sick, and a free treatment now that they give us. So we are happy for that one.
Governor Okowa, not minding the huge financial implication, commenced construction of roads in deep coastal communities like Ikbide-Iri in Isoko South Local Government Area, Isaba, Okrekoko and Benekurukuru in Warri Southwest, Akubene in Bomodi Local Government, Beneku in Indokwa East, Obogoro and Utonila communities in Warri North Local Government Area, and Ogula Kingdom in Burutu Local Government Area. The construction of over 19.7 kilometers of roads linking major communities in Ogola Kingdom has rescued the people from decades of suffering and brought the community to the limelight and given the people a new lease of life.
Governor Okowa has brought a lot of rapid development into the community, opened a lot of space in the community for people to build houses extensively, and the road has been so helpful.
Youth here, normally we are known for agitation, and because of there's no presence of governors in these communities. But since Okowa came in, the tension have been doused down. They no longer agitate because now they feel the presence of governors.
The construction of overhead pedestrian bridges and concrete landing jetties in communities like Naifo Island, Ajuju, Enyebugbene in Warri Southwest, Isaba, Ogeye Dimigun, Obogoro, Utonila twin communities, Shekelewu and many others have eased movement on the water. On a prior visit to the creeks, the people depended on being piggybacked through the waters to board a boat due to lack of jetties. Now, the people couldn't be happier about their new reality.
We are suffering from so many things in this community, but this Okowa government has brought this jetty. We thank him for giving us this jetty.
People cannot land and then go to enter boats easily because most of the waterfront has been eroded off. So it becomes difficult for people to land when they come from travel and even when we want to load our materials. So this one now makes business very, very easy.
In recognition of the importance for provision of portable drinking water in line with Goal 6 of the Sustainable Development Goals, which seeks to ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all for improved health outcomes, Governor Okowa has cited water facilities in some creek communities lacking clean water. The Obogoro people of Warri North local government and Ezebiri community in Bomodi local government, who although surrounded by water, lacked clean water for domestic use, they bear a different tale today. The inauguration of a water project in their community marked the end to an age-long challenge.
I have to appreciate the state government for getting us water like this. This water, they also installed it in other communities. I believe they are also enjoying their own too. The women too, even the children, they are enjoying the water because it's clean water and it's good for taking, even the taste.
The administration of Governor Ifeanyi Okowa is equally committed to providing quality housing for people living in the riverine communities. To this extent, low-cost housing estates have been developed.
It's well furnished, we have televisions. In fact, it's a home where we live. For me as a person, I don't even travel often because the place is conducive and comfortable.
Water system, they light, they everything, they comfortable for inside. So I like the government. I thank them for bringing this project to this community.
The interventions of the Delta State government under Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa in the creeks is testament to true dedication and determination, defying the geographical challenges and huge financial commitment to developing riverine communities to ensure that the promise of prosperity for all Deltans spreads evenly like a blanket over the 17,698 kilometer square mass of the state. Coming to the upland, the Asaba Specialist Hospital is standing as one of these testimonials, housing a 125-slide CT scan, a digital fluoroscopy X-ray and 4D ultrasound, an oxygen generating plant that is functional and reticulated to all the wards in the hospital. 220 beds and a segment of the hospital is in use by the O5 initiative for specifically handling cases of sickle cell. Governor Okowa, no doubt, has kept demonstrating great leadership traits.
His Excellency Dr. Ifeanyi Otto Okowa, a leader in every sense of the word, overwhelming that he chose no other occasion to invite me to Delta State than the ceremony of the formal commissioning of the Asaba Specialist Hospital, a giant project which will no doubt positively impact the life of the people, change the narratives of secondary healthcare services delivery in Delta State.
He has done a marvelous work
this is a modern hospital, and it's also a blessing to humanity.
I thank the governor, Dr. Okowa, because he tried for accommodating everybody. Whether you have money, whether you don't have money, we all come here to take free medical care.
The same story of a harvest of projects reverberates in Owalero as the newly built Mother and Child Care and Advanced Medical Diagnostic Center was commissioned for use. This will address the health challenges of women and children.
The facility is up to standard. When you compare it to other facilities that have been established in this state before and beyond, all that you desire for the care of particularly children that are neonatal, those who are born premature, up to the infant stage are available.
When Governor Ifeanyi Okowa pledged to turn around the fortunes of Deltans upon assumption as the Chief Executive Officer of Delta State, it sounded like another political talk. Nearly 8 years down the line, Governor Okowa has lived up to his traditional title, Ekweme, the Promise Keeper. He has continued to grow the indices of the state's economy, especially through land transportation infrastructure and bridges. The Efroto Bridge, the primary connector between two communities, Owo, Olomo, and Efroto communities in Ughelli South local government area of Delta State, Oha Orerope Bridge that stands tall beside an over 100-year-old colonial bridge, the Ayakromo and Beneku bridges in Brotu and Ndokwa East local government areas, though still under construction. The people are quite optimistic about the impending benefits that would accrue to them on completion.
I really want to commend His Excellency Governor Ifeanyi Okowa for being fit to come and put this bridge to lessen the suffering of these people from this community. If you are here, see how women carry firewood from Beneko to Kwale with this boat. But if the bridge is here, just for them to use keke nape vehicle, load their firewood, and it's a credit to him. Even with what we are doing now, the community are happy.
The old bridge, we thank God for Okowa to hear our cry. If not, by now we will not pass the old bridge. We do the bridge, and we thank God. We thank the Delta State government for to solve our problem with the bridge for us.
Governor Okowa tends to have struck the right chord in his effort to engender all-round prosperity for Deltans with the job and wealth creation platforms. In the last 7 years, the administration has trained and given starter packs to over 8,074 youths through the Skills Training and Entrepreneurship Program STEP, the Youth Agricultural Entrepreneurs Program YAGEP, the Rural Youth Skills Acquisition Program, RISA, Women Empowerment and Skills Program, WESAP, the Girls Entrepreneurship and Skills Training, GEST. A good number of Deltans have been liberated from the shackles of poverty and unemployment.
I can quarrel with anybody that tell me that Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa has not done well when it comes to youth empowerment. I see what he is doing and we must commend him. It's laudable. We see that the youths are gradually growing out of poverty and they are now business owners.
Several people have benefited from the program, and by so doing they are helping others, making themselves relevant, and actually after the program they're able to employ more. So by so doing, Governor Ifeanyi Okowa is actually eradicating poverty from the state.
It is evident that just this episode will definitely not be able to catalogue the entire success stories of Governor Ifeanyi Okowa and his administration in Delta State. It is clear that the impact of his policies and initiatives have been felt across the state. We have seen the transformative power of leadership that is committed to the betterment of its people.
Smart Delta.
As the documentary comes to a close, it is evident that Governor Ifeanyi Okowa's leadership has brought about a new era of progress and development in Delta State. His unwavering commitment to serving the people of Delta has been the driving force behind the many positive changes that have taken place. As we look to the future, we can only hope that his vision and legacy will continue to inspire future generations of leaders to follow in his footsteps to build a brighter, more prosperous future for Deltans. Thank you for watching today's episode of Smart Delta. My name is Dum Kelechi Ifeanyi.
The feedback segment.
This week, we received a commendation on our Instagram from Darlington Umururu, and it reads, "To me, Governor Ifeanyi Arthur Okowa is the best governor ever in Delta State, and that is by miles. The amount of individuals that were trained and empowered in the 8 years of his administration is unmatchable by any other governor across the country. He goes about his business delivering the dividends of democracy without making noise or fuss. In 20 years from now, an individual can come to Delta State and still point to and utilize several of the sustainable projects that were initiated and completed by the Okowa administration. He delivered on his campaign promises of delivering a stronger Delta and creating prosperity for all Deltans, and I wish him all the best in his future endeavors.
I want to urge all Deltans and all Nigerians and persons from across the world to continue to watch Smart Delta. They're doing so well. It's a good means of communication of what we do in Delta State. I'm quite excited that they've been getting the information out there. If you want to know a lot about what is going on in governance and development in Delta State, continue to watch Smart Delta. You will definitely be able to get all the information that you require.
Text your questions to 07013377589 or send us a DM to all our social media platforms.
You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where Okowa they do. You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where Okowa they do. I see your job and work creation in Delta. Make the youth say them highlight Okowa. I see good roads everywhere in Delta. Make the people say them cola. Come live in Delta. Say me I say. Come invest in Delta. Come explore the potentials of our state.